Good morning. How is everybody today? So, today is session 4 of investing in the future of your city or campus. I'm Dr. Valerie Shoup, and if you've been with us earlier, we are putting on an 8-week course where we talk about creating a sustainability plan for your city. Or this could also apply to a campus. Many people are in sustainability roles and are not really sure where to start. So I'm here to help you all determine how to put your plan together. So in this course, we are doing 8 weeks, and class 1, we talked about developing a mission, vision, and values for your organization. And we also looked at aligning these both internally and externally. Some organizations, possibly their internal intranets, do not match their internet information that they are sharing. So we talked about sharing mission, vision, and values, creating it, and aligning it throughout your organization. We also discussed creating a framework through which to work. We talked about disruptive innovation. We talked about Plan, Do, Study, Act. And then we talked about Maslow's and how sustainability really aligns with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We also last week talked about a SWOT analysis and creating a SWOT analysis for your business or your organization so you really know where to go next. And we began talking about benchmarking, and today we're going to talk more about benchmarking in detail. Now, what I wanted to bring forth is that while you can benchmark, we don't want you to not be creative. So you can benchmark against other organizations. So we're going to today look at tools you use to benchmark and what tools are available, and then looking at what other cities do and what you can do differently. And are there benchmarking practices you wish to implement? And how do you differentiate yourself? So while you can and should benchmark your city against others to get ideas, we definitely don't want to squelch your own team's creativity. So benchmarking is a measurement of the quality of an organization's policies, procedures, programs, and so on. And it's a point of reference from which measurements can be conducted so you can see how you are progressing against your benchmarks. So the objective is to, of course, to see how your city or your campus is performing as compared to others, and then finding out how other cities achieve high performance levels. And you can use this information to improve your own processes, procedures, programs, or state of being. Now, as you may recall, when we first started out, we talked about the Star Communities rating system. So this is a good rating system to kind of assess what your organization is doing. And we talked about in our very first class about looking at all these areas, finding out where your priorities are, and determining what areas you want to work on. So this is one way of setting priorities. So we talked about setting the priorities. So when we're talking about benchmarking today, what you're doing is benchmarking the areas in your sustainability plan that you want to work on or feel like that your city, community, campus is weak in. So we were working off of this particular rating system. Now, what you need to do first is select a product or service, identify key performance metrics, and collect data on benchmarking practices in the industry. And then you can analyze your practices against industry practice, and you can adjust them or not and implement best practices. And remember, You always want to continue using your organization's own idea of creativity. So when to benchmark, of course, you're going to determine your frequency of inputting data, frequency of analyzing, and determining a schedule to analyze and to adjust processes. So for instance, like if you're doing energy, you will want to put in your data, be sure that it's getting in your system every month, but then you may only want to analyze how you're doing quarter to quarter. Unless, of course, you see anomalies that you need to identify. And then you want to always have a differentiator from your organization. Why, or your city, why would people want to come to your city or your organization? Do you have better service, lower prices, better selection, higher end, greater convenience, speedy delivery, better warranty, longer hours, exclusive source, more socially conscious, more fun, hippiest? So when you meet with your team this week, what we'd like you to do is discuss benchmarks your team is currently using, or if you're not, select benchmarks. You want to brainstorm a list of benchmarks you want to use, and you'll brainstorm benchmarks that others use and compare that against what you're using. You'll also determine the frequency of your benchmarking and determine how your team differentiates itself from others in the same business. And then you'll want to put your findings into your plan. So as an example, we talked of earlier in energy management, you want to measure your energy use index for similar types of buildings. In operations management, you might want to measure the cost of maintaining your building as compared to buildings of similar use. You can also do this with determining your staff members. Sustainability measurement, you may want to measure pounds of trash per square foot or per employee and compare against similar operations. So in regarding to differentiators, like I said, if you're a pizza business, you want to, you've heard of the fresh hot pizza in 30 minutes or less guaranteed, no hassle, no question. If you're going to a restaurant, you can get your car washed and your clothes dry clean while you eat in the restaurant. I mean, these are just ideas. So when you're looking at your organization, you definitely want to determine differentiators. And if you don't have differentiators, you might want to brainstorm on how you can differentiate your business from others. So I hope this helps with your benchmarking. Today was a short class. Last week was quite long. I'd like to see you all working on your plans and on your benchmarking. And please feel free to contact me at Heritage Institute of Sustainability. It's www.heritageios.com. And feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about creating your plan. And I also provide the online and in-person courses where we will get into a lot more detail in each of these areas, and I can help you put together your sustainability plan. So you guys have a great week, and I will see you next week. Thank you.